Rage Quit.
Hello and welcome back Around The Bonfire with Don't Rage Quit. Here with us today, getting cozy and kindled, we are joined by Crakie, who is a Twitch streamer, Twitch partner, in fact, who streams something a little bit different maybe to what you've been seeing regularly on Twitch. So yeah, we play video games, of course, but Crakie streams dance, she streams music, she streams breakfast. So today's podcast is all about content creation, making what you want to make, and the importance of looking back on what you've done and realizing that it's pretty damn good. Crakie's amazing. She is one of the Twitch streamers that has always stood out to me as having a very, very strong brand. So today we talk about how important that is in sort of communicating your message and the message that you want to give out to the world. So without further ado, my message today is that I hope you enjoy the podcast. I hope it leaves you feeling inspired to follow your dreams, not just with content creation, but there are underlying messages about being yourself in general and the key to sort of going easy on yourself. Because if you look back on something you did a few years ago and you cringe at it, it just means that you've gotten better since. Okay? Without further ado, I hope you enjoy the podcast. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more. We're not always going to talk about Twitch, I promise, but today we are. Today we are. I love you all. I hope you enjoy the show. Hello everyone, welcome back Around the Bonfire. To get cozy and kindled with us today is Crakie. Hello Crakie, how are you doing today?
I've just gotten up, so...
I think both of us have just gotten up, so we're both feeling a little bit zombified. Just in case people don't know you, I mean, I know you, and you know you, obviously. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Crakie. Not Crakie. It happens. I stream myself eating breakfast on the internet, and for some reason people want to give me money for doing that. I do other things too, but
I've never heard someone sell themselves so well.
So what I do when people don't know what streaming is, I just tell them, like, I put my camera on and eat breakfast, and then people watch. It's not in a creepy way, I promise.
And this pays for nice things.
This pays for all my makeup.
Oh, amazing. So just to confirm, it is Twitch that you stream on?
Yes.
And you are, in fact, a
I don't
Twitch.
know if you can tell. I didn't mean for this to happen, but
Heckin, she's a Twitch enthusiast. Look at all this purple. But yeah, Crakie is of course a Twitch partner as well, but we'll go more into that later. I have an icebreaker because I think both of us were running a little late this morning because I'm dreadfully professional. So I'm a little bit nervous, and I've prepared an icebreaker, Crakie. Now, as someone who I know has a diet, is it vegan or vegetarian?
Oh, I thought you meant like diet, and I was like, hold on.
No, I've offended her. Oh my god, we're like 2 minutes
no.
in.
I meant like.
No, is it vegan? Are you vegan?
Yeah.
So if you order yourself a pizza, what are your favorite pizza toppings? Go.
You know, usually I only have one choice, but.
But
if I'm to make myself my own pizza,
yeah,
which
sure.
is what I usually do, I would use mushrooms. They're very important, but like properly cooked, like well fried, with like some pepper. Not like dry mushrooms because some pizza places do that, and that's not okay. Mushrooms, onions. Usually go for kale.
Oh, I've never had kale on a pizza.
Sounds weird, but it kind of like if you add it on at the end, it kind of like crisps up and becomes crispy, or it just doesn't. But either way, it's healthy, I guess. You know, diet.
No, I didn't mean it like.
It's okay. I just thought it was a funny joke that I was on a diet because, you know.
Can we start again? No, go on.
No, it's fine. Yeah, usually my pizzas tend to become too crowded with stuff. I also put vegan cheese on it if I have it. You know. So usually they just become like overcrowded.
My life has been changed since I started. I have a friend who's vegan. I've had him over for dinner a couple times, and I've been looking into like things I can cook because I like cooking for people, but I'm not very good at it. I like doing it though. And vegan mac and cheese, right? Not milk
Mhm.
and not cheese, as disgusting as it sounds, is flipping incredible. I swear to God, it's better than cow cheese. It's better.
Wow. This is funny
Um,
because the other day I was watching Siri
mhm.
on Twitch, and she was also talking about recently having discovered vegan cheese and how it's
It's
better than
better.
expected because people keep saying like, "Oh, vegan cheese is gross. It's bad. You shouldn't even try it." And then people don't try it, and then it just gets a bad rep, but it just really depends on the brand. I
They're
mean,
the ones missing out.
you can make your own as well. I've made my own out of coconut milk,
Oh,
and
coconut, of course,
yeah,
yeah. Mm.
really interesting.
Well, do you feel like the ice has been broken now? Are you a little more cozy now?
I mean, yes, I'm good. I never feel this is the thing, right? I usually don't feel awkward at any time. Like the only time I felt awkward in the last few weeks has been playing Final Fantasy X and going through
Ooh,
the laughing scene.
we can actually. That's one of my questions. We can go into that. I guess we could start from the very beginning though. So you, like as mentioned, Crackie's a Twitch streamer. What are your streams like? You mentioned you stream yourself eating breakfast. So for people who just think Twitch is all about playing video games, do you want to explain
Gaming.
that? Video
Well,
games.
here's the thing, gamers. Before you can game, you have to get this bread. And in my case, sometimes most of the time it's get these oats. But it's the same thing. I mean, oats have protein, and as masculine gamery gamers, we like protein. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Can we start again? I'm just
No, go.
anyway. I've been watching too much YouTube lately. But yeah, it's mostly, I get on really hangry, ready to crush some trolls and not really, but sometimes you get up and you're just like, I haven't had my coffee, I haven't had my gamer bread slash oats, and but usually, I start the stream and then the hangriness goes away and lovely people come in and it's really nice and it's mostly just a really good community thing. It's kind of like sharing a meal in real life.
So the whole
It's
breakfast
very
element, did it sort of originate as like a sort of warm up to a stream almost, like an
yeah.
introductory kind of like, oh hey everyone can all come in, come on, we're eating breakfast together and then we'll play a game later, that sort of thing.
Kind of. I mean, it was mostly because I was late all the time, and now I'm still late. Disclaimer.
We're good at that.
But yes, it's fine if you just like if people expect you to be late, then it's fine. And then you suddenly one day you're not late, and people are happily surprised. It's a strategy. I promise. Promise. But anyway, it was because I always was late because I had to eat breakfast. And so one day I was just like, you know what, I just eat breakfast on stream. It's fine. And at the time I felt very uncomfortable eating on stream because I think a lot of people do, especially women, because you fear that everything you do will be
Everything is
screenshotted and
sexual.
sexualized.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which is why I never ate a banana on stream ever.
Would
Because
you now?
I like literally had that fear.
Would you do it now?
I haven't really done it, but
Do you have that confidence?
probably. I would probably zoom in and be like, you know, you know, that was kind of like a bunny bite.
I like my bananas.
Oof. I mean, it's fine. That can substitute for that gift that's like a hot dog being
Oh
sliced.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
can someone can edit that.
No, don't.
Cracky, you got a little bit crackly, and I don't know how to fix it,
Oh
but it's
no.
okay. Hopefully, the internet sorts its life out.
Oh no.
Because Cracky's, of course, from the land beyond the U of K. Cracky's from, well, you live in Norway, right?
Hmm.
But there's a
That's
little,
a city in Sweden, according to most people.
really, really.
It's happened before.
It's more about the audio than
It's
it is
on
about the
brand.
visual, anyway. And
It's
you're
on
back to
brand for
normal.
me.
It's on. What do you mean
Oh,
it's on
great.
brand?
It's crackly.
Oh, so you mentioned that you're quite good at being late. So,
Right.
do you have a set sort of schedule? Do you have a schedule you try and stick to? Are you full time?
No, not anymore. Or I stream three days a week officially, and sometimes in the weekends if I can. I used to do 5, and then I went down to 4, and now because uh work is too heavy, I kind of went down to 3 to avoid burnout, and it's been pretty nice, honestly. I have like Mondays, which are heavy dance days as well. So that's like a full day, and then I have the Tuesdays off, and that's a pretty light day work wise. So then I go back to Wednesdays, which is a super full day, which I'm kind of upset about streaming on Wednesdays now because I used to enjoy having the stream off to prepare for my super long 4 hours in a row plus dance day. But it's actually kind of nice because I do get this day in between. Like Thursday is also off, and then I stream on Friday again. So it's like every other day I get to rest a little bit, and I get to go to bed early before the days where I have a lot. So that's nice.
So you mentioned obviously you've had to do a little bit of schedule tweaking. So you used to stream a lot more than you do now. Is that because, like you said, your job got in the way? Did your job change? Or did you just decide one day, look, this can't continue?
Both kind of.
Mm-hmm.
After summer last year, I had one dance class to teach, and now I had six
Oh,
suddenly. So it was a lot, and I didn't really expect it to be that much, but it was a lot. And I also take my own dance classes at the same time. So in total, right now, I'm doing 15 plus hours of dance a week, and it's a lot, which is not a lot to like actual professionals, but to me, on top of streaming. And last semester, or before Christmas, I got pretty burnt out in general, and so now I'm trying to not be like that, and it's kind of nice. I feel like it's starting to lighten up a little bit, even though the winter depression is still here because it's raining right now, but I bet it's going to snow in a few days, like it
we had
has
some
been.
sun the other day. We got no snow.
Wow.
Maybe March though. Maybe March is the day. I do
Mm.
think it is really, really important though, especially with your job being dance. It's such a physical, such an exhausting thing. I mean, any job is exhausting, but one that you're particularly like up on your feet the whole time. I think it is really important. It's really, really inspirational that you have sort of chosen, like, obviously, you can tell how much you care about Twitch and you care about your streams, but you have sort of put your own health first. You've put your, I guess, real life first. Although, even though like
My
Twitch is obviously
IRL.
real life.
Yeah, I mean,
um,
it's because if you can't, especially, I don't know, I guess I find that if I am tired and not happy in general, then the streams just don't go as well. People might not notice that much or as much as I do, but I feel it, and then you can feel when you're in it and when you're not. So it, in it might be for my own health, but also it ended up being for the stream because it's much better now because I'm happier, and people have noticed. People have DM'd me and been like, the other day it was so nice. I was hanging out and you were, much more energetic than before,
that's
or
so
in a
sweet.
better put in a better way. But
It's so nice when
yeah.
people notice because you think there is not like streaming is not like it's not a disconnect. It's actually the opposite. It's such a connected sort of
Mhm.
two-way sort of relationship, and people, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's so cute. Sorry, just having a moment.
It's okay. I have
Um,
those moments too.
so obviously, rather than having five sort of somewhat tired streams, you've gone down to three much more energetic streams, and do you feel like your content, so obviously you mentioned dance, we didn't even talk about the fact that you I said sell me your streaming and you said breakfast, but of course
That's true. I
you
didn't
do a
get there.
lot more than
Sorry.
that. So dancing obviously is just dance, and
On stream, yeah.
on stream there's also music, video
Yeah.
games. Do you still play plenty of video games?
Yeah, I do. I don't stream Just Dance that much because I moved my couch, as you can see.
That's true.
I actually had a social life for a little bit, and then so I moved my couch, and I haven't moved it back. But I'm thinking of potentially. I'm still trying to figure out what to do for my partner anniversary because on the 21st it'll be like 1 year since
Ooh,
I got partnered, and I don't know what to do. And somebody suggested Just Dance, which we might do. I don't know.
like a throwback.
But then, yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's been that long. Haha. Yeah.
No, I
No,
just,
mostly nowadays it's video games and music. And usually I'll be like, today we're playing Final Fantasy. Oh, whoops, I meant music. Whoops, I changed my mind. So I have no schedule at all when it comes to content. I
you,
only show up on time ish.
I mean, that's totally fine though, because it's your channel and people are there most of the time to see you. So it's really
Mm.
good to be a variety streamer where you can be in that position where you know what you have to do. You just have to turn up and be you, and people will love you. Guaranteed.
It's really nice. Oh, I'm just kidding. Um, I
I
mean,
mean,
it's not like there's no difference at all whatsoever. Like you can tell in your stats sometimes if you do something that's a bit outside of your kind of regular box of things,
yeah, you how
but
did
it
you
is nice.
find recently? So you were doing a was that a sponsored stream or was this it was like a platformer? I saw you started
Oh,
tweeting about it.
Project Grow?
Was that sponsored or was that something you just sort of thought, right, I'm going to help
Um,
these guys out, draw some
it
attention?
wasn't. I don't know if I have no idea what sponsorships even are. I don't think it was sponsored because obviously they reached out to me, but I didn't get anything. I mean, it was a free demo that is available on Steam anyway. Um, but they reached out to me and they were so nice in their email. Not that, if you're
Well,
nice, you get everything. But there is a difference between business emails that you feel like are just a copy paste and it's like, "Hi streamer, we sure
100%.
love your content."
We think you'd be a
And
great
people
fit
who
for our Call
actually
of Duty team.
yes, I love Shooty McJudies. Thank you for the opportunity. But yeah, they were really like down to earth and nice, and so I obviously, and it was something right up my alley. It was a platformer, kind of steampunk, which isn't something that I'm super into, but I used to be. I did like a steampunk cosplay once when I was young. I had a
It's fun
corset.
time.
When I was 14, I had a corset.
I think we
Anyway,
all did.
yeah, we went through that. But it was really cool. So I'm really excited that it actually got funded on Kickstarter. So I hope that it goes well and stuff.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
wait to actually
awesome.
play it. Yeah.
So how did you find that sort of compared with so people who are used to seeing you playing like sort of gameplay through story games, Witcher 3 for example, Final Fantasy 10, we'll get into that. And music, of course. How did you find that compared? Like sort of just diving into something completely different. Did your community mostly like was it the result you were expecting?
I usually don't really have many expectations. I don't
Right?
know. Somebody recently reached out to me to ask me questions about streaming and specifically music streaming you know, and they asked me why I started streaming and what my expectations were. And I was like, I don't know. What were my expectations? I didn't have any. But yeah, I think it went really well. I don't really I think people were interested and engaged and it was fun. I enjoyed it and I'm glad that they enjoyed it and
See, I was really
yeah.
hoping you'd say that. I think this is really important. Like, because one of the things, I mean, the other thing we'll get into in just a sec, but one of the things I've always really admired about Cracky, ladies and gentlemen, is your confidence, right? And I don't know if it's just on the surface and then inside it's completely different. I don't know. You can divulge
I hate
that if you
myself.
like.
No.
No,
I
I
don't
love you.
no, I don't. It's
It's the confidence. It's knowing who you are and what you're doing, and just not even really minding like how it goes, I guess. I don't know. Just for example, like sass and trolls
oh.
and just doing what you want to do. And I feel like all these things are really, really important. And I don't meet enough streamers, I think, that just come across in the way you do, where you're just like, I'm just sitting here doing what I want to do. And if you don't like it, bye. Uh, and
Oh,
I wonder, is that something you had to learn? Is that something that came with
probably.
experience or?
Probably. It's really hard to tell when you change, when
True.
you're living in your own body because, um but I don't know. I guess I probably cared more and was a bit more like not professional because I wanted really badly to be super professional when I first started and I was like, "No, my phone has to be on silent and I can't talk to you, mom. I'm streaming." but, but like and over time you just get more comfortable because that's just how it is and I think that's why you can tell sometimes when people are more professional is when they're more comfortable for some reason because they've been doing it for so long which you know but ever since I guess when I got partnered I kind of let my shoulders down a bit and relaxed because the grind is real and because you're a partner
I
now. I'm
know.
really excited about it. And you must probably feel that like pressure kind of leave you. I mean, not that it's easy.
Of course.
Obviously, it can go either way and I feel like ever since I got partnered, like statistically, everything has gone down because I relaxed and I was like I can't stress it anymore. But obviously if you want to keep the hype of achieving partnership up, you have to work really hard, and that's hard. So good luck.
I think that might be really interesting for a few aspiring streamers, aspiring affiliates, growing affiliates, is to learn that, oh, partnership is not, it's not the be all end all. It's not the end goal.
No,
It's really scary.
it is,
Yeah.
and it's just because you have a check mark, you can still earn much less. Like, full disclosure, I earned 3 times the amount that I earn now when I was an affiliate because people believe in you and they want you to get partnered so bad and they'll support you, right? And then once you get it, and I'm not trying to be salty about it because
No, no, no.
I I
It's
I've kind of,
interesting.
it's my fault as well because I haven't worked as hard for it and I only stream 3 days a week. But it is interesting to see how when you're an affiliate and people really want you to reach that goal, like some people will just support you then and then they will go on to the next affiliate who's close to becoming partnered, right? Because that's a value point and people like seeing success. But then, once you get there, what happens? It's kind of like chasing your own tail and then you get partnered and you're like, okay, cool. I mean, in my case, I streamed Brats and did what I wanted, and it is really nice though. I have felt much more relaxed, like you said. Like I just do what I want, and then people can leave if they don't like it, and which is a
And
bad
that in
business
that is
strategy.
that's really attractive. That is a space that like that it makes you want to be a part of it. Someone who's just like, yeah, this is what we're making. It's heckin' bonkers. It's literally brats. Oh my God, that was such a good like stream.
I miss it. I wish I could forget all about it and redo it. Uh,
Um, and I feel like yeah, people don't talk about this enough. I think the not the negativities, the other side of the coin, because obviously there's all these opportunities and everything's going amazingly well, but it's what is under the surface, like I think that is the scary part, where
mhm.
it's like, yeah, okay, I can relax now, and on one hand I'm great, but on the other hand it's like,
Now you're expected to be extremely like because now you're a partner and you have expectations from other people, and if you show up and you have like 40 viewers or less, people will be like, what's wrong with this partner? Why don't they have
oh
more
God.
viewers? Like subconsciously, not or potentially maybe they do think like that, but subconsciously, now that you have this check mark, there is this pressure to do well because if not, then you're a failed partner or whatever, like I don't know. I try not to think about it, and you shouldn't either. Like I'm just, it's just a thing that I think is, you know,
It's there, it's present. So
it happened.
toss a coin to your partners, everybody. Toss a
Please
prime.
don't forget about us.
What did what did getting Twitch partnership mean for you? Like what did it mean to you? We've got the negatives out of the way. What were the positives?
It's definitely a token of your hard work. Like you feel recognized, and you kind of, it is like feeling like part of the cool kids, kind of, even though it's not a divisive thing, and there are definitely
Of
like,
course.
because it's so easy to get into the like, oh, you think partners are better than us affiliates, and then there's this war on Twitter and everyone's so angry. It's really dumb. Like I
Or
know
like,
so
oh, I
many
don't talk
affiliates
to people with
who are
check marks in
deserving.
my chat.
I don't understand. I've never
Oh.
had that, thankfully, but I don't understand at all.
Mm.
Yeah. But it is really nice. I guess it's just like, I don't know, in a way, right? And this might sound negative, and I don't mean for it to be negative, but in a way, it is kind of this thing that you romanticize and glorify for so long when you're trying to reach it. And you look at the partner achievement or like the path to
Yeah.
partner, and you're constantly looking at the viewer average, and you're just like, oh no, it went down 0.5. Oh no, I'm gonna die. And
That's another month of work.
yeah, it's crazy to think about how obsessive I was over that for a while. And yeah, I guess the best part is just letting go of that stress in a way.
Exactly.
And yeah,
You get
I
so many advice outlets who say like, "Oh, don't worry about the numbers, just as long as you're happy." But then what people don't want to admit is that success makes you happy as well. Like you can just sit and play the game and have fun and that's great, but when you can see it going well and when you get that recognition like that makes you happy too.
it's it's kind of like when gift subs came out, right? and you
Uh-huh.
have these like crazy gift bombs, right? And your numbers spike and everything, and then the next month all of the gift subs run out and you
Just
have to
one by
deal with the
one.
consequences. Yes, or in bulk, which is even
Oh
worse
God.
because then you see like 550. Oh, 240. Whoops. You know.
I'm sure I read a tweet somewhere of people talking about a massive sort of sub points drop, and it was like, don't focus on the fact that you now have less, focus on the fact that last month that was the jump, like that was the massive amount last month.
Yeah, it's really important to remind yourself to,
Just yeah.
or just like even right now, I'm on 150 and to past me, that's like, whoa, what happened to you? But when you think about it, 150 people is a lot. It's the same with viewer count. Like that's how I would keep myself motivated is that like 70 people in a room is a lot of people. Like there are 70 people listening to me talk about
Okay.
and eating my breakfast. Also, I don't know if this is like a non-sweary
Oh, I'll put
thing.
a humorous sound effect over it because we're putting it on YouTube.
Okay, great.
I'll put a brat sound effect on it. Or I don't know. What did brats say? Oh my
Oh.
God. I don't know.
I use the Londoner clip where you go to London and you go into a clothing shop and he's like, "You need shoes? You want something for your head?"
That's what we'll do. Swear all the butts you want.
It's okay. I'm actually surprised that it's gone so well until now.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Being on front page was difficult. That was truly a test of my own self-awareness.
That's really cool. So what did you play on front page?
We did Just Dance, which is a very I feel like there was no other choice for me at the time because music too vulnerable. I'm not there yet
Oh,
confidence-wise. Like I mean, to go back to the confidence thing, like I'm glad that it seems like I have all the confidence in the world. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I feel really like hell yeah, I'm gonna get I'm sorry. Wait, is hell considered anyway? I
no.
don't know. The US is interesting with swear words. Anyway,
Don't worry about it. Just be yourself.
I'm awful. Um
Be awful.
yeah. But yeah, confidence is interesting in that way. I've been working on feeling a bit less attached to whenever somebody comes in during a music stream and I'm playing and then I feel this pressure that, if I get one note wrong, they'll just like instantly dismiss me as bad, right? And I've been trying to let go of that and be more focused on the performance and just kind of owning my own space. Like you said, like if people don't like it, they can just leave. And it's been working. It's been working a little bit. It's going slowly, but it's nice to get there with that as well because that has been a really vulnerable thing. Obviously, music is really vulnerable as any art, but I definitely feel more established as a dancer because that is my job. Um, so
That does make
so yeah, but
sense doing that on front page though if you were much more confident with it.
yeah, even though people are not, like you said, like Twitch is a gaming platform and Just Dance is a game.
Yeah.
But it's still a pretty I don't know if it's very new. I feel like Little Siha and the other Just Dance streamers have been streaming it for a long time, but people are still not super accustomed to like Just Dance on Twitch. So they come into front page and they're like, "Who is this girl dancing on the front page? Weird." Right?
It's like, but you're enjoying watching it though, right? You came in though, right? Thanks for the view count, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But it was pretty crazy. I've never done anything like it, obviously.
How do you think it went?
I think it went well. It was for charity. We raised a lot of money during that charity run
I remember that.
campaign. It was cool. Yeah.
Amazing. So you mentioned obviously with music, you said you don't think you're quite there yet. Your music streams are my favorite. Like they're actually my favorite. I love them.
Well,
There's nothing better than first thing in the morning you just wake up, you put the puppy to sleep for a nap. Not putting it to sleep,
oh,
for God's sake.
oh no.
And I'm
Cut,
sitting
cut it off.
sitting starting work for the day and Crackie's massaging my ears. It's
Well, I'm
wonderful.
glad you feel that way.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Were you always into music, or do you feel like Twitch brought that out for you?
I definitely, I mean, I have been into music my whole life, but I started playing the guitar and singing when I was 13, and I kind of taught myself to play the guitar really badly. And then I guess a couple of years later, I kind of stopped for whatever reason. And then later on, I started dancing, so I didn't really have the time to do music and or the drive. But then I started playing Rocksmith on stream, which is funny and bad and, you know, everything like that. And then that was kind of a warm up to feeling confident enough to actually play music, outside of Rocksmith. And so I did my first music stream as a charity stream as well as like a milestone reward. And it was awful.
No, it
Going
wasn't.
back to it, no, 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 you don't understand. Going back to it, it was so bad. I had my reverb on super high and my voice was not there.
See, what
But,
you're just exhibiting
you know,
now, though, is looking back at your old stuff and
of
thinking,
course,
God, this
yeah.
is terrible. It just shows how much you've improved.
Yeah, and even though my confidence isn't there yet with music that much, it's definitely miles ahead of what it used to be, and I can see that the improvement is there. And here, most of all, um, it's interesting, but it's cool because it's not just like skill, like vocally or guitar. It's also a different way of performing. And when I first started, I was standing up and I was really dramatic, and I was playing really slowly for whatever reason.
Were you
and
trying to
and
make it
it's
more of a show rather than,
maybe,
yeah?
or like I don't know. I just feel more low key about it now, and it's good. It feels less awkward. Coming back to feeling awkward, which I rarely do, but watching myself, like, how long ago is that? I guess it's like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Jeez, wow. Do you
yeah.
often watch back your previous like content?
Yes.
Yeah, do
I
you feel like
mean,
that helps?
a little bit sometimes, but I guess I haven't done it that much lately. But especially for music, it's important to and dance. I found a video that's like 3 or 4 years old of me doing trad jazz, and it was awful. But it's really important to look at because you can see that there's been improvement. Because when you're doing something artistic or anything, I guess skill building, you just you feel like you're getting nowhere, right? You get like in this bad mindset and you can't see your progress because obviously it's like seeing your hair growth. You can't see that it's growing until 6 months later when it's grown like a bit more.
It's so
And
long, by the way. It's so long.
oh,
Look
it's so
at it.
short. Oh, but yeah, it's hard to see yourself improving when you're, you know, so close to it all, and then you just take a step back and you can actually see it, and you're like, wow, okay, maybe I am making some progress. Maybe I shouldn't beat myself up as much.
I think that is really important. I think not only is that a tool that we can all use to try and get better, it's also like to get better, sort of like skills wise. It's also a tool we can use to feel better emotionally. Like if I ever,
Hmm.
for example, had a really bad stream or I don't know, recorded a really awkward podcast, I would just go back and sort of like remember a stream that went really well and maybe look at that and say, hey, actually, I am really good.
Hmm.
It sort of gets you that confidence back. So that is, there you go, there's a free tip, free Twitch tips, is
Life
that,
hack.
not only, it does make you feel better. It makes you sort of look and go, hey, I am the
Okay.
There you go. Humorous sound effect. And I think that's really important. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Or did I bring that up? We brought it up together. It's a team. It's a team thing. It's
Mhm.
teamwork. Um, I had a question that I'm not sure if we've already covered, but I just wanted to be like crystal clear. When you started streaming, which we didn't actually talk about,
Mhm.
did you see yourself getting to this point? However long later,
Oh.
did you think, right, I'm gonna start streaming and one day I'm gonna be a Twitch partner eating breakfast and playing music and dancing?
Oh no. I mean, I probably hoped that I would like make it, whatever that means, or whatever that meant to me when I was like 18. It's it's weird. It's been like a lot of time. Um, But
Jeez. Wait, how long have you been streaming?
well, I think I started when I was 18, but I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I was 19. I think it's been 4 years.
Oof.
Yeah, I guess I was. Cool. Yeah, it's almost been 4 years. Like this coming summer, I think, or a bit earlier. I started streaming on a laptop. I don't really know when that started, but officially I got my PC in July, so technically, a bit before that, maybe
A lot
about
can
four
change
years
in
ago.
4 years.
Yeah, like my CPU. My CPU is dying and it needs help.
Oh,
It
oh, is
doesn't
that a
know
call
what
to
to do
action?
anymore. I need to do a
Streamlabs,
charity drive for my CPU.
streamlabs.com/Crakie, Crakie.
I use Stream Elements
Oh,
now.
Stream Elements!
No shade.
Me too.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Yeah, I actually really like Stream Elements' OBS plugin. Instead of like having a whole nother OBS that you have to install and set up, you just install it and this is not sponsored. But like I really liked it because I was expecting for it to do that, the same as Streamlabs OBS, but it actually just added itself into my OBS and I was so happy about it. I was like, "Oh my God, I don't have to redo everything else."
Amazing. So if you could look back at your 18 slash possibly 19-year-old self, based on what we've been talking about, on like looking back on your content, looking how terrible it was, probably, no offense.
No, yes offense, everything.
Take all of the offense.
I can see it already. I have like a slideshow of all my different hair colors, which is you can see if you look through all of my clips of all time, like you can tell that there has been a lot of change. It's like you can track my timeline over my hairstyles and bad makeup choices and 2017 eyebrows or you remember those?
I
The
don't,
super big Instagram block eyebrows?
I mean, they were
When
cool, right?
Yeah, it was totally cool. It
You mean
was
that's not still cool?
no, 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 no. It's not like this. It's different. It was different.
What would be the one piece of advice you would give yourself, however many years ago, 4 years ago, that you believe maybe would have helped the most?
I guess this is something that I because at that time when you're just starting out, you don't even need to worry like about stats or strategy and strats and gamer plays. I guess back then something that I was kind of mad at myself for not letting go fast enough was playing games with people on stream. And obviously, like, I was way too nice, so I didn't want to say anything. So I would let whoever onto my stream, right? And
Ugh,
that's a bad idea in itself.
ugh.
But it's just painful to watch clips from then of me in GTA with like 10 other people in my Discord, and they're all talking over me, and I can't control my content at all or speak to my own chat. Like, you can you can police your stream enough so that that doesn't happen and also the same with rules. A lot of people, and I saw a tweet about this recently, how do you guys feel about when somebody is making you feel uncomfortable but they're not breaking a rule? That was something I struggled with for years.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Exactly that. And it's so dumb because it's your stream and you can ban whoever you want for whatever reason. They have no rights in your stream. It's like people will make the case that, oh, but you didn't ban me for a reason and free speech or whatever. But you can do whatever you want because it's your space. And if they make you feel uncomfortable, even if you can't, place your finger on what it is about them that makes you feel uncomfortable, usually it's just because they're this close to the line, but they won't cross it. But they're a little bit like they keep like poking at you, and you just
Yeah.
man, I struggled with that. And
Oh,
now that is over. You can get out. But mostly, I mean, I guess what's nice now is also not being so affected by people being awful because most of the time I'll just take the piss. Um, you know, and my mods as well will not ban people because it's interesting to watch them tear themselves apart. I don't even have to do anything, you know? It's really nice.
oh, that's really amazing. That's really inspirational. And I hope people listening sort of take that upon themselves as well, because that is something I really struggled with for a long time as well. It's being too nice. What the hell is being
Yeah.
too nice and why does it hurt me?
Yeah.
Amazing. So hopefully you have a bit more time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
because there is the one other massive thing that when I think of Cracky, one, I think of confidence and obviously beautiful and talented and lovely and stuff like that. But the other thing I think of is, oh my God, she's gone, she's away. I've lost her. My podcast.
Oh
The other main thing I think of when I think of you, and I'm sure I'm not alone, is branding. The importance of strong branding. Now, this is something I was sort of looking at a few months back for myself, and you were one of the first people I thought, right, let's see what Cracky does, because she does it so well. Did you put a ton of thought in this? Please tell me you put a ton of thought into this and it
oh
wasn't
no,
just a
just
happy
I'm just
accident. For goodness
myself
sake.
and I watched so many videos and podcasts about branding
Great.
from Say No to Rage, from Ashley Christ, but mostly Say No to Rage was like my main guy. Like I watched every single one of his videos on streamer advice. I was
Yes.
obsessed for a while, and then I dropped everything and stopped improving myself. But like that was a joke. Um, but I mean I guess I did kind of chill once I felt like I was okay. But I was obsessed with branding and everything about it. And now it is kind of like I think it's hard to place my brand now because mostly it's just like I put on the lights that match my clothes and I only buy clothes in this color and this color. And then I wear matching eyeshadow mostly sometimes. And that's kind of become the thing now. And that's mostly just non intentional. That's kind of just because I like those colors and they make me happy. And I really also like making everything very aesthetically pleasing, which is why I have like random headphones and a controller in the
And the lamp
border of my shot.
and the yeah.
Well, no, I this was a joke. This was actually not
Oh,
supposed.
I thought it was meant to be like, hey, look at my gaming
Oh,
environment.
look at my gamer. I mean, that's fine.
Why do you think
Not
I've got all these game things behind me so
I
people
mean,
think I
that is
game?
nicely organized. That is. I
My
wish I had
poster's falling
shelves.
down. I don't know if you can. It's falling down.
It's fine. It's just it's doing what it wants, and we should support it.
I guess.
But yeah, so my brand used to be like a lot more like this is it, and I guess it still is, but in a different way. It's more just. I guess it is very on brand for me to be doing exactly what I want to do with my brand as well as my content. Haha,
Brands
branding.
do evolve, but the thing is, it's not straying too far away from what like originally made it, from what
Hmm.
originally inspired all those people to get to know you and to help you obviously to help
Yeah,
your
right.
channel achieve new heights. It's just incredible because obviously Twitch is a video platform, visual platform. YouTube, hello, those watching on YouTube. How good does oh it's over there? How good does this look? This is good to look at, right? Look at that lilac, that violet. Wait, violet and lilac are pretty much the same color. Never mind. It's fine. Um, so I guess we already answered the question, like how important do you think it is? So you obviously it was very important to you. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important, but it doesn't make everything. It's just like your overlays don't make your stream. Like you can buy really cool overlays or make them yourself, but then if your stream is still just like, you kind of just you kind of just putting like a nice wrapping on nothing. But like when it all comes together and everything is balanced, then it is really important. Of course, people have made it without, but I guess maybe you know what? Never mind. Maybe people whose stream looks like, I mean, I was gonna say trash, but some people just have like
I feel
a really
attacked.
like basic. No, that's not what I mean. I mean the people who like stream, they get like thousands of viewers, but their stream doesn't look any like it doesn't look super fancy. They don't have fancy graphics or anything. They just kind of like are there. That's branding too. Like
Of course. Of
Yeah, I was
course.
about to dismiss it, but it's actually not true. That is a way to do branding as well.
It is
So,
absolutely, I would think, as important as the content because it is part of the content. It's at the end of the day, it's what people, it's the value that people get out of the stream, and whether that's something that's nice to look at, as well as someone who's nice to listen to. Do you know what I mean? I think they sort of like work in
mm,
both ways. So it's always worth like, I'm more just like thinking, like, what can we sort of let people, what can people take away from this conversation? And it is basically like, if you're struggling, if you're a growing streamer and you think that branding is everything because you see someone like, she's over there, I keep forgetting where she is. If you see someone like Cracky and you think, damn, like I do every day.
I guess it's kind of the same with equipment where people will
Yes.
like I obviously have a really expensive camera that is not necessary at all, but I really wanted it and I ended up getting it. But it's like I guess sometimes people get too focused on equipment when they first start out and they get this like perfectionism mentality where they have to, they feel like, well, I'll start, but first I need to like build my PC and get a good mic and get a good camera
And
and
get a logo
everything.
made and get some overlays and get some
Yeah,
alerts
and buy emotes. And it's just like and then everything fails because they didn't, you know, they didn't go through the part where they have to get used to streaming and work through it. And streaming is a very weird career or, whatever you want it to be, hobby.
vocation.
But like I guess but if you view it as a career, like it's very weird because you can't really educate yourself to become a streamer. I mean, you can watch or listen to podcasts that speak about different things that which is very helpful when you're in it and you need more motivation and you need to find out where you can improve. But there's nothing to prepare you for just like streaming and pressing go live and dealing with all of the little there's so many micro skills
Oh,
that you develop and you can't you just have to go through it and that's the thing like you just have to put in the work and time and I guess I kind of lost my point but
no, no,
that's the
it's
thing
I,
like
I
with the
totally get you. Yeah, it's definitely something that comes with time, comes with hard work, comes with making mistakes as well. I think that's another
Mhm.
important thing. Every time I start up stream and my mic is muted, I like to convince myself that I'll learn not to do it next time. However, that's not always the case. But my point kind of stands.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
all about experience. It's all about like Cracky, myself, if I happen to be someone you look up to, I hope so. That's the whole aim of this podcast. I want to inspire you to do the things you want to do and to do them well because you're a heckin' superhero. Anyway, if you look at us and you think that we look like we've got it all under control, that took a long time.
Just look like a few centimeters out of the shot and you'll see all of my clothes that are just or in my
You'll see all
couch or
my
like
junk over there. You can actually start to see my junk over there, actually. There's some Pokemon cards on the floor. Like,
no one has it together. And that's like a really big thing as well when you are on social media a lot. It's very hard, especially when you're comparing yourself as a streamer with numbers and stuff. And especially nowadays when everybody's getting their partner email, right? Like on Twitter right now, so many people have gotten partnered in the last couple of months. And that is hard if you're close to getting the achievement, but you're not there yet. Or if you've applied and you haven't gotten a reply yet, like it is really hard. And just seeing people reach milestones all the time can be really, it's, obviously you're happy for your friends, but you also get this like, what
yeah.
am I doing wrong? Why am I not there as well? And
But the
it can
point
be
is
really,
that
yeah.
everyone's journey is different.
Hmm.
And maybe if you're trying really, really hard with streaming and it's not working out, maybe you just haven't found your thing yet. Or as
Yeah.
we'd
And
say in
your thing
Scotland, your
could be
hing.
eating breakfast
Your hing
or
could be eating
doing
breakfast.
nothing.
Exactly. Take something that you enjoy in real life, like dancing, like music, like oatmeal. My stomach is rumbling because we started talking about breakfast. And try incorporating that into your content. And you might just feel that because that is so real and because that is so you, that people will enjoy being around you too. Would you agree?
Yeah.
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 Ah, that sounds like a really good thing to end on. Cracky, thank you so much for chatting to me this morning. I wish you the best with the rest of your day and your stream. Wink, wink. Where can people go to
Thank you.
find that stream?
Um, If you want to, you can use my cool domain, cracky.live, or you can do twitch.tv/cracky. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at crackylive. People have stolen my name. It's fine. It's okay. I'm not bitter.
Just spell
You
it
can
with
also
two
find me
C's.
on Byte.
On what, sorry?
On Byte, which I don't know if is going to live or not, but there I have my name, so I'm gonna keep saying it.
Yay! Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you all for listening. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, and I look forward to seeing you in Cracky streams as well.
And in Rachel's streams.
Hey!
Don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you again later. Bye, Cracky. Bye. 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 Bye.
We can always help each other. We can lean on one another. Keep trying. You can do it. Don't rage quit.